We are operating in an era saturated with environmental data. Every day, sensors and satellites pull down terabytes of actionable metrics about our planet. Yet, this creates a glaring paradox. We possess more precise knowledge about the climate than any generation in history, but our collective behavioral response is stalling. The root of this stall lies in a concept called the information deficit model. It is the widespread, yet flawed, assumption that handing people more facts and figures will trigger them to change their habits. This chart shows how that model fails in real time. The steep line represents environmental data availability skyrocketing upwards, but looking at the second line, representing human behavioral change, the trajectory remains completely flat. Relentlessly publishing carbon metrics and climate disaster reports is generating audience apathy rather than action. The stark divergence between these two lines suggests a difficult reality. Data, on its own, is passive. It informs the mind, but it does not motivate the hands. To fix this trajectory, we don't need better data distribution channels or sleeker dashboards. We require a unifying, human-centric focus. As long as leadership treats the climate crisis as a scientific math problem rather than a psychological motivation problem, we will continue to lose the fight. When looking for solutions, we typically look forward to modern corporate boardrooms, but history offers institutions that have spent centuries figuring out how to motivate large groups of people. One modern sustainability leader spent 44 years formed within the Lasallian educational movement before entering the corporate sector. After decades of tracking metrics, they noticed a bridge between the problems of corporate stalling and the methods of their foundational training. Saint John Baptist de La Salle defined education as the transformation of the individual, a process reaching far deeper than the simple transfer of information. A successful mission aims to do more than update a knowledge base. It seeks to provide a new moral compass and worldview. Apply that distinction to modern organizational structures. Traditionally, corporations isolate sustainability into its own separate, siloed department. These departments usually rely on the information approach. They teach employees what ESG, environmental, social, and governance, mean, and then mandate compliance through new rules. This diagram shows the mechanical difference. On the left, the information approach pushes data packets to human figures, leaving them unchanged. The transformation approach on the right integrates the mission directly into the figures, altering how employees define their roles. Embedding this identity moves the organization beyond simple rule following, creating a shift in corporate culture. When sustainability is deployed as a transformative mission rather than a corporate data dump, it bridges the gap between knowing about the crisis and actively solving it. Modern leaders across all industries currently stand at a crossroads regarding climate action. The first path belongs to the spreadsheet leader. This leader relies on quotas, metrics, and guilt to force eco-friendly practices onto their team. The outcome of this path is predictable: temporary, begrudging compliance that eventually gives way to organizational fatigue. The alternative path belongs to the transformative leader. Applying the Lasallian framework, this leader builds a deep, identity-driven mission that resonates with human values. This creates deep, self-sustaining change. Instead of waiting for a mandate from the top, sustainable decision-making becomes the organization's automatic default behavior. For any institution to survive the future, sustainability cannot operate as a tangential unit. It must be the central nervous system of the entire organization. The philosophical tools we need to save our planet aren't waiting to be discovered in future scientific data. They are already encoded in the human-centric missions we have practiced for centuries. To secure a sustainable future, we must stop trying to inform our way out of the crisis and finally find the courage to transform our way through it.